What is up, guys? Today is Wednesday, which means it's another Book Wednesday. Hashtag Book Wednesday, the day in the week where I talk to you guys about books. And of course, by the title of this video, it is a wrap-up video as well as a TBR, which also stands for to be read, if you have not guessed that. And also the wrap-up means it's just an explanation on thoughts of what I thought of the books I've just read. So if you watched my last video, I have done it, or I finally did it, you would have known that I have completed 2 books. And I was reading those books for such a long time, and I didn't really go into much detail on the actual books, bar bad explanation of one of them and comparing it to Harry Potter. So the first book I am showing you today and talking about it is, of course, Book 2 in the Summoner series, The Inquisition, and this takes a year after the first book, The Novice, and we're thrown back into Fletcher's world of demon summoning. This book is very, very fast-paced and action-packed, where it's all about fighting the orcs, which the humans, elves and the dwarves are all fighting against. And the idea behind this is that they're sending the elite teams of 3 to 4 people into the orc territory to destroy goblin eggs, and without having to know who the characters are going to be grouped with, it is kind of left up to the teachers of the institution, and to such the test of others, they have to work with either an elf or a dwarf, which to humans is a big ugh. But the story is very, very good. It's very, very fast paced. I do know it took me such a long time to read this book, but it's because I was in a really bad book slump for the last couple of months, where I would read and not want to read and then not want to read. But I really enjoy this book, and I think anyone who is into the fantasy and into magic and into kind of different types of magic and different worlds, definitely a series that you should pick up. I believe it's only a trilogy. There's one more book to come out, and that is, I believe, called Battle Mage, and the cover has been released. I'll try to get it up here, and it's just a beautiful cover. If it's appearing on the screen right now, just look how beautiful this cover is. It's amazing. This ending of the story also leaves you on a cliffhanger, so you really want to read the next book too, which is the case for me with the first one. To get to this one, now I want the third one so I can finally finish the story. Also, there is a ridiculous plot twist at the end of this book, so yeah, definitely worth reading if you like plot twists. Yeah. Oh, also, I get this book a 5 out of 5 stars, and I just really, really enjoyed it. The second book I completed was, of course, The Glass Sword, and this is the book 2 in the Red Queen series, and I'm not sure how many books are in this. I think it's going to be a trilogy, but this takes place after the end of book 1, and this follows the lives and adventures of all the gang. We have Mare, who is a new blood, which is a person who's a red blood but with silver powers. But this follows the story of her and her gang in the search for new bloods in order to save them from Marvin, I can't remember the cat's brother, who is on rampage to lock up and destroy all new bloods or to use them in another war. And he has a horrible hatred towards red bloods. But the book is very, very good. I actually really enjoyed this one. I actually think I enjoyed this one a little bit more than I did Red Queen. Generally because there's a little bit more action packed and there's a little bit more character development than what there was in Red Queen. And I just overall just really, really, really enjoyed it. And when I really got into it, I just couldn't stop reading it. So definitely one, if you have read Red Queen, you should definitely check out this book, even if you didn't like Red Queen. I personally liked Red Queen. I think I gave it a 4.5 stars, so it came up as 5 stars. But I give this one a good solid 4 stars. Again, the reason why I lost a star here for me is because it just reminds me of X-Men too much. But I love the X-Men, so it's definitely a book for me. If you like books with superpowers and superhumans, definitely a book to check out. And yeah, a 4 star, well deserved, and I'm looking forward to the next book. I am moving on into my TBR for December. Now, this book I've already started to read, and I'm starting to really, really enjoy this book. There's some kind of like funny moments in this book, and I'm also audiobooking this one as well, just so I want to kind of power through it. But there are moments when I'm listening to it on the audiobook where I'm walking my dog. I have to bite back laughter because it would look weird walking your dog and just randomly burst out laughing, because there is some humor in this book. And that book, of course, is The Trials of Apollo, the Hidden Oracle, by one of my favourite children's authors, and this is Rick Riordan. And of course, we're revisiting the Greek gods again. This story is following Apollo along with his newfound friend and demigod Meg in their hunt for the hidden oracle. And as I said, there's a lot of humour built into this book. We're also back introduced into Percy for a short period of time. He hasn't appeared in the book since the beginning, but really interesting, really good, and I just absolutely love it so far. I'm nearly finished it, which I'm not gonna lie, my bookmark is actually out of place at the moment, so I just gotta fix that. Bookmark in the right spot. So yeah, I have like literally not much left to read in this book. I am generally really enjoying this book. To listen to it is quite good. The narrator is really good. As well as to read this book, it's so humorous. There's some little quirky moments in this book. It's really good. If you like Rick Riordan or read the Percy Jackson series, definitely pick this one up and read it. It's so good. So the next book I have planned to read in December, and I hope to have it finished by the end of September, so I'll be able to have my review up before 2017. And that is, of course, Empire Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I am a huge fan of this series. I haven't read any reviews on this book so far because I am trying to stay away from all spoilers dealing with this book. The next book I plan to read in December is, of course, Empire Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series, and I really love this series. This is probably one of my favourite series since Harry Potter, and I have actually stated this is actually probably my favourite series above Harry Potter, generally because it just reminds me so much of so many different things. It has fantasy, it has action, it has romance, it has everything. It has great storytelling, great world building, and I just really enjoyed it. Now, I've been staying away from anything to do with this book. If I saw anything on Goodreads or anything online, I just stayed away from it, and I didn't want to hear any spoilers. I did get told by a friend of mine that this one isn't all that great compared to the others, but that was just their opinion, so I hope to have a different opinion. If I am disappointed in this book, I will be saying I'm disappointed in the book and reasons why. But yeah, I do plan to have this one read very soon. As always, I'm going to say to you guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this content, hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit that bell button. That's very important once you subscribe. And also, if you have any suggestions down below of books you think I should read, comment them down below, because I'm always open to suggestions from people who watch my videos when it comes to books, as well as my other videos. So if you want to watch my other videos. On that note though, I am going to leave you all on a lovely positive note, and I'll see you all on Saturday. Peace.